explanation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, to some extent, if you were there using it next to a voice recorder, it would probably be more effective to use.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because you
if you're there watching it, holding it like this with a voice recorder in your hand, because then you can see who's talking, who's there, if there's any interactions and stuff like that. Yeah, sound. And so the next piece of equipment we got. Press OK. And just press F5.
So is that still recording?
That one is, but I can cut that out. Did that just only appear then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about the phone, yeah.
Who was it?
Sorry.
Mick.
Shouldn't be so popular.
I'm not, that's the thing.
On the link, just where it says activate cameras, click on activate my local camera. It's a pink writing just underneath the to the left.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Activate local camera.
Yep. Click yes, allow.
Okay.
In the middle of the screen.
Click here, that one.
No,
No,
that
look,
one.
screen.
a little box that's come up.
Oh.
That one, yeah. And then press the
We're on.
the button what's got that arrow at the side.
Q.
Yeah. And then click on that middle button what says transition to Q. So what we've got here is, actually have you ever seen a box like that?
Yep.
It looks like an iPod.
It actually does, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. So do you know what this is?
It's a ghost box, basically it's just a pocket radio.
Which does...
It scans all frequencies for white noise, and
So why would we use this on an investigation?
supposedly, when it's scanning through radio stations, it'll pick up little words and it'll supposed to join them all up and see what it's saying.
Yeah, you've not actually had the experience of using this yet, have you?
No.
And you've not either. Yeah, it's just basically what Paul said. It scans the radio stations. Personally, I am very, very, very sceptical on this. What about you?
I don't think it'll hurt.
Now, you know, there's a lot of people out there who think you actually do get messages through, like, saying names and stuff like that, but it scans through the radio stations fast. It's not scanning through mega fast, but it scans through at a reasonable rate, and you're bound to get some mixed messages, like, because there's loads of people talking on the radio, and if you're mixing up all these signals and stuff, it will make up strange words, or words. You'll pick up someone naturally talking about what's your name, then they'll say, oh, Sarah, and you'll get Sarah coming through, you know, if that's an example. But you know, some people have got swear words on, which is a bit strange because they don't allow swearing on radios, but
late at night they do.
Do they?
Also, yeah.
oh, it shows you how much I listen to the radio. So well, that's explained it.
Yeah.
You know, so they do allow swearing. I've never known that. I thought
It's like Watershed after 9 o'clock. Out goes, don't they?
I didn't know. Like, what kind of stations do that?
Yeah, Radio 1. There's a few. I mean, when I used to work in London on nights, there used to be a lot of swearing on late at night on Radio 1.
Oh, yeah, no.
Well, not a lot of swearing, but it will come up, not effing and blinding every 2 minutes.
Yeah, like, you see people using these overseas and stuff like that, but for example, what I would be really interested in this device is if we go to an haunting where it's not an English person, where it's someone who speaks German or something like that, and if we use this, obviously there's no one speaking German on this, so if we had someone who could speak German, who could understand German, and if something comes out with a German name, a German sound, it'd be more interesting.
Yeah.
It would, but we won't know.
Well, no, but if you had someone who did know,
Yeah.
who translated, who did know German, it would be interesting, but no, that's...
But then
That's
again, I
something
suppose
right.
to some extent you can't completely rule out foreign radio stations.
Well, yeah, There is foreign radio stations.
You can pick up foreign radio stations. There are foreign radio
Yeah, again.
stations. You
Shows you how much
UK.
I listen to radio, doesn't it? Okay, cool. Right. This is a different ghost box. Yet again, it does the exact same thing, but it's got a feature on it where it just kicks out white noise. Who knows what white noise is?
It's just plain.
When you've got you got your old-fashioned TVs and it's like that static sound,
Yeah.
the black and white screen. It's that sound. And it's white noise, and people think ghosts can talk through white noise, or even appear through TV screens on that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I've never even tried it. It would be interesting for to try, but I can't see it working personally. Like, can you, like, do
I don't think it'd speak through the radio itself. Maybe if you've got a recorder, it might be able to use that wave that's coming out to speak through the wave it's sending, not through the box.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't know if I remember being little and having one of those TVs where you did have to tune in and you did have to have white, you had white
Yeah,
noise while
yeah.
you were playing it, and it was like torture having to sit and listen to white noise. So how long you could actually stand that for without going insane, I'm
Well,
not entirely
actually,
sure.
Before the website got acting deleted, I actually put a pure white noise clip on the website, and I pretended there's something said in this, and I put it on the website, and I said, what does it say? And there were all different people commenting. It says this, it says
Yeah,
that.
they did it. I can
But
remember.
what they did is they listened for that long. They were wanting to make sense out of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they made up something what sounded like. It's like if you look at a picture of dots and you'll make a pattern. It's
Yeah.
just a similar thing.
Yeah.
What you're gonna say, Paul?
Now, I can remember watching a programme where I think it was something to do with military, and they'd all sat in this chamber and they'd listen to this noise, and they were saying that they could hear people talking through it, and
Well, nothing
they were not really
A
there.
chamber.
Right.
Yeah,
What?
just sat in a room.
Dave's nodding. You've heard
It's
of that.
it's a torture, or not torture. It's a stress
Mm.
thing. When you get people in for interrogation, you put them through white noise, and they do start hearing things. And especially in a darkened room, they start seeing things and start hearing things.
So like,
It just messes with your head, basically.
Yeah, cool. So that's white noise and Frank's box, isn't it? Right, so this here, yet again, is another electromagnetic field meter. Yet again, you won't normally use this for your main investigating. This would be used for your field readings, to do base readings and stuff like that. Like if you got a log sheet, you'll be writing it down. What's the natural EMF of the actual room? Like there always is some electromagnetic fields, but some meters aren't as sensitive, so it don't pick up on the same stuff. So it's kind of good to have two of the same meter, so you can verify that it's there and it's not the meter what's playing up. Because if we were to use this and this will give you a different reading to what that can, because it's calibrated different. So hence you won't be getting the same reading. Plus this is American, which is AC, I think, isn't it? The current here. So this picks up on actual current, while this picks up on DC, direct current. So there's a difference between the both, I believe. I'm not quite sure what voltage or what amplification, but this does actually give off false readings. It would be better if we lived in overseas, because it gives us actually proper readings, but at the moment it does help identify some stuff, like hazards and faults and stuff like that in people's homes.
I suppose again it goes back to using one piece of equipment on its own. If you had two that were different, such as that where one reads in one form and one reads in another, if you were to get fluctuations on them both at the same time, then that would show that it isn't a fault with the meter and it isn't the batteries going or something like that. If they're both fluctuating at the same time, it's showing it that there is some fluctuation in electromagnetic field, providing you're using the two and you're comparing the two.
Well, exactly.
That's the how, I suppose to some extent that's to prove that your batteries are working properly.
Well, yeah,
Exactly,
yeah. So the next meter is electrosmog meter. It's a cheaper version of a K2 meter, would you think? It's a bit similar does the same stuff. It is more sensitive
Yeah,
though.
it's more sensitive, yeah.
Like now it's picking up 2 to 3 bars, and yeah, no, that is normal. Green's normal, and it's got a maximum of like 10 to 12 readings, I think. Normally this acts up a lot. There's normally activity in every place what we go with this. Would you say?
Yeah, well,
Often, yeah.
Larry's got, same one, but it's got
got
sound
sound,
on it,
yeah.
and you can listen to what it is. Now you can listen to broadband coming
Yeah.
through on it, and
Yeah.
other radio station that it's picking up.
This, would you prefer to use this or K2 meter?
I'd prefer to use K2 purely because it's not as sensitive.
Is that
Yeah.
So therefore, you know, such as this, like you say at the moment, it's on. Did you say 2? But it's actually picking up. There's 9 bars on this, and it's sat at the second bar. Keeps flashing to the second and third bar, but occasionally you're getting up to 6 bars on that, and we're just sat here doing nothing.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's natural.
Yeah.
What you could say with this is if you're relying on this to show some sort of reading, you're going to get a really high reading on that, whereas on the K2 you might
Yes.
the K2 which has 5 or 6 readings on it,
Yeah.
you might only get 2 on that,
Exactly.
so
yeah.
it's not as sensitive.
Yeah. The difference is kinda, imagine this green, yellow, red. On the K2 meter there's green, yellow, amber, red, or something
Yeah.
like that. Basically this is more spread out, so you're getting more of a accurate reading, well not an accurate reading, you're getting more of a sensitive reading.
Yeah.
So it's spread out more across the field when the K2 meter only picks up from 1 milligauss to 5 milligauss, from 5 milligauss to 10. You know, it picks up on purely that 1 to 5, 1 to 10, whatever. When this picks up on like 1 to 2, then 3 to 4, you know, it's just always going off. And I would use it on investigations, but I'd mainly use it for public entertainment,
Yeah.
stuff like that, just to get them
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just to teach them about it, just to teach them about what our electromagnetic
Wouldn't
fields.
wouldn't it be being more sensitive be a good thing? You know, so like get a reading on it and then rule out different things from what it could be.
It's good and bad, I think, because I don't know. It's big. It depends what's in the house, what's affecting it, and if it's, for example, if it's Wi-Fi or something like that, you'll get up to a red reading, something like that, and it will be constant throughout the investigation. But with a K2 meter, it will be a 2 bar or something like that.
There's
And-
room for variation.
yeah, so it can affect the other side of the meter. When it will take up the complete meter. Right, so it's got good things and bad bits. You know, it is kind of good that it's more sensitive because ghosts might not have enough energy for to show themselves with a K2 meter. Like they might not build up that much energy, but this can actually pick up smaller amounts. So it just depends, you know. Either way, there'll be people disproving evidence what we get. People disprove all the time that electromagnetic field meters don't work, like myself. You know,
It's not proven, is it?
Yeah. Moving on from electromagnetic field meters, we got a 5-in-1 meter here. Who knows what LUX stands for?
We're all giving you a really bizarre look.
LUX, L-U-X.
I know camcorders have got it, some of them.
Right. What does a camcorder need for to record
Light.
light? Right.
Oh, yeah.
So this picks up on light. Yet again, I don't really know of a reason why we use it much. Only one exception. If we go to an investigation like the one at Sheffield, where she sees lights, orbs, then I don't see why not we can't use this to see if it picks up on some sort of light reading. But other than that, I can't think of why we'd actually use this. Can you think of a reason why we use LUX? I actually can't. I'm
No.
just thinking off top of head to just think, but yeah.
Unless you're in an enclosed bunker where there's no light coming in.
Yeah.
But then you still got to be able to see
Create
it
light
reading.
to see it.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, so catch 22, isn't it? Right, so temperature is used a lot in ghost hunting, so why is that?
Again, theory is, some people say that fluctuations in temperature can show manifestation of spirit. You could be in a room that has a constant temperature and then find what people call cold spots or hot spots, which is just one small area in that room that is creating either a heat source or a cold source. And with a temperature reading, you can read the constant temperature of the room and put it in. If there is an area where somebody is saying, well, this area is cold or this area is warm, you can actually put that in that area to prove that that area is actually colder than anywhere else. The downside to that is that you're going to need to use that to prove that there are no drafts or no natural explanations
Exactly, yeah.
to that cold spot or that hot spot.
So what's the best way of using one, would you say? What is the best way of using a thermometer? Like, is it for to do base readings, to write down where you can see vents, drafts and stuff like that, and so you can note down, for example, in the living room there's a